Hello, champions! You're tuned into Hell Turn Inside, where WWE passion never stops. Subscribe now, and let's powerbomb through the latest updates. The world of professional wrestling is buzzing, and not for the reasons it should be. A recent incident involving Jade Cargill has sparked conversations about respect, professionalism, and the standards placed on women in this industry. What should have been a career-highlighting performance turned into an uncomfortable moment that never should have happened. This script isn't about pointing fingers. It's about raising awareness, pushing for better treatment of performers, and recognizing the resilience Jade showed in a situation that challenged her dignity and composure. The match that changed the conversation. During one of the most intense performances of her WWE career, Jade Cargill was delivering exactly what fans expected from her: power, presence, and undeniable star energy. She has always been praised for her athleticism and confidence, and that night was no different. But in the middle of that momentum, her gear failed at a critical moment, creating a situation that no performer should ever have to manage while in front of thousands of fans and countless viewers at home. Though the specifics don't need to be repeated, the key issue is simple. The malfunction pulled attention away from her athletic ability and onto something that never should have occurred in the first place. Why this incident was more than an accident. Wardrobe issues can happen in any sport, but this particular situation highlighted a deeper concern about the preparation and equipment standards women face compared to men. Female wrestlers often work in attire designed with aesthetics in mind first and functionality second. While it's important for a character's look to match their identity, it's equally important, if not more so, that gear is secure, movement-ready, and fully tested for the physical demands of wrestling. Jade's equipment didn't meet those expectations, and that's a problem worth addressing. The double standard in wrestling attire. One of the frustrations many fans expressed was the noticeable difference in how the gear of male wrestlers is designed versus the gear of female wrestlers. Men typically wear attire built around durability and movement, while women are often given costumes intended to highlight appearance. This creates a double standard that puts female performers in a tougher position. They're expected to perform with the same strength and intensity as their male counterparts, but often without the same level of equipment support. This isn't about blaming designers. It's about improving conditions so every wrestler can perform without worrying about preventable issues. Jade Cargill's professionalism in the moment. Despite being put in a challenging situation, Jade handled the moment with unbelievable composure. She stayed focused, maintained her presence, and continued performing with the same determination that has defined her career. That ability to stay calm under pressure is part of what makes her a standout performer. She demonstrated poise that many athletes never have to display, turning an uncomfortable moment into a clear example of her professionalism. The Internet's reaction and what it reveals. As with any public event, reactions online were mixed. Some people unfortunately focused more on the incident than the performance, turning a moment of vulnerability into unnecessary commentary. But many others spoke out in support of Jade, applauding her strength and criticizing the circumstances that led to the situation. These reactions highlight an important truth about wrestling culture. There is still work to be done in creating an environment that values performers as people first, not just characters on screen. Why fans must play a role in the solution. Wrestling fans have more influence than they realize. Their support not only builds careers, it shapes the culture surrounding the industry. When fans demand better treatment, better preparation, and better standards for all performers, companies listen. That's why it's important for the conversation around Jade's incident to focus on improvement rather than sensationalism. Supporting wrestlers means respecting their craft, understanding their challenges, and calling for changes that protect their dignity. What WWE could learn from this moment. While WWE has systems in place to support performers, incidents like this show there is still room to grow. Better testing, more durable materials, and improved communication between performers and designers could prevent similar issues in the future. Acknowledging the importance of reliable gear isn't just about safety. It's about showing performers that their comfort and professionalism matter. Every wrestler deserves equipment that allows them to perform confidently, without fear of distraction or embarrassment. Jade's response shows why she's a star. When Jade addressed the situation afterward, she did so with grace. Instead of dwelling on the negative, she focused on positivity, self-confidence, and reassurance to fans. That kind of maturity speaks volumes about who she is, not just as a performer, but as a person. Her ability to turn a difficult situation into a moment of empowerment is exactly why fans believe she is destined for greatness in WWE. How this incident reflects larger issues in wrestling. This moment shined a light on something many fans don't always notice. Female wrestlers constantly adapt to gear that isn't always built for the level of athletic performance they deliver. They make adjustments mid-match, tailor their moves, and often work through discomfort just to keep the show running smoothly. It's a challenge they shouldn't have to face, and one that becomes clearer with every incident like this. Professional wrestling continues to evolve, but it must evolve in ways that support all performers equally. Why performers deserve better. Every wrestler, regardless of gender, works hard to maintain their physical health, protect their character, and give fans unforgettable performances. That dedication deserves respect. Providing attire that is dependable, secure, and designed with athletic performance in mind is a basic responsibility. It shows performers that their work is valued, and that the company stands behind them not only as entertainers, but as professionals. A path forward for the industry. This incident should be a turning point, not a forgotten moment. It should inspire stronger standards, better practices, and open communication between talent and production teams. If the industry learns from this situation, it can create more supportive conditions for all performers. And if fans continue to demand better, real change can happen. Closing, supporting the performers, who give us everything. At the end of the day, Jade Cargill showed what true professionalism looks like. She rose above a situation she didn't create, handled it with strength, and kept moving forward. That's why fans admire her, and that's why she deserves respect. Instead of focusing on the mistake, we should focus on her response, her talent, and her future. Supporting wrestlers means appreciating their dedication, not just when things go right, but especially when they overcome challenges with dignity. As fans, we have the power to push the industry in the right direction by choosing respect, demanding fairness, and celebrating the athletes who bring wrestling to life.